Pop, hi Buzz, and hi Mom if you're out there. I'm just taking a walk around the Bridle Path today. Starting down by up by the barn. And here's the pasture that Pop mowed back in 2015, I think it was. Everything's nice and green because we planted ryegrass at the end of October. Here comes Lily behind me. There she is. She likes to walk the bridle path with me every day. It's good exercise for her. I think it keeps her young. There's our bush hog. There's our utility trailer that we took all the way to Atlanta. This is a sort of an area where there's some old fence boards, not really used for much, but we did find 5 rattlesnakes a few years ago. This is our neighbor's pasture, and usually there's many donkeys who come up to the fence, but I don't see them today. Don't see the many donkeys. But I love the view into the neighbor's pasture. They have that beautiful pond. They have about 50 head of cattle. But no little donkeys today, I'm sorry to say. And just heading down the bridle path. I don't see any of our horses either. They might be down at the bottom of the pasture. Sunlight's really pretty today on these low sun December days. It shines through the Spanish moss all day long. I'm not sure if that's picking up on the camera. And you can see the light through the moss a little better. I try to walk this trail at least once around a day, mainly for Lily. But on better days, or days that I have a lot of time, sometimes I'll go twice around. And there's some horses through the woods. They see me coming, so they might come over to the fence for treats. Had some ferns start growing up. This is new. They're very pretty. And it's right about here, twice in a row I found water moccasins, but that's usually after a big storm. Okay, and will anyone come up to say hello? Yes. Here's the house. Here comes somebody. always have cookies. Maybe I already said that, but I always have cookies. Just in the event somebody comes up to the fence. This is Babe. This is my very first horse. She's just about 10 years old. Still a young horse. Alright, I guess she's gonna be the only, well, here comes Woody, but I guess I'll wait a minute so he can have some cookies too. Yep. We have had him 4 years now. We picked him up at a ranch about an hour outside Dallas. Actually, I think he's afraid to come to the fence because she doesn't like to let anybody else get cookies. Yeah, he's afraid. He's afraid because this is what happens. No. All right, gonna move on. On down the path. This is the southern boundary of our farm. There's a runway just over there, if you remember. Now I'm turning east. And just a quick view back. There's the house, the barn, and the horses. And here comes Lily up the hill, sticking with me. And there's the southern boundary and a runway through the woods. Headed back. December we'll have lived here 7 years. This will be our 7th Christmas in the house. It's up for sale now, but real estate moves pretty slowly in Florida, or horse farms anyhow, so we'll probably be here till our 10th Christmas. Alright, this is a gate that leads next door. They might not want to be on YouTube, so I'll just do a quick scan of what I can see here. This is our neighbor's beautiful farm, and that's the end of the runway. But that's all I'll put on. I'm sure they wouldn't mind, but just to be safe. Alright, now I'm headed back north. There's Lily. my favorite views walking along here, just kind of looking back on this pasture. Right, this is the run-in shed where our horses go if it's raining. And that's usually the only time they go in there is if it's raining. Otherwise, they just like to stay outside all the time. And a side view of the house. The pasture. Horse trailer. And back up. And the trail lasts, it's just shy of a mile. And this is our front pasture up here. And we're turning back to the east. And a better view of our front pasture. And if we do move, I'm glad I'm filming this because I'd want to remember this. And this is our eastern boundary fence. And that just leads over into the farm next door. But you can see backwards quite a ways. They're run-in sheds. And all the beautiful trees that hang overhead belong over there, but we get to enjoy them too, which is nice. And I'm headed due north. Oh, and here's a giant, I don't know if it's a katydid, but it's just to show you how big this is. Here's my hand, and here's this big grasshopper looking thing. But I can't quite focus on it. And Mom, I just passed your banana spider. I forgot to stop. But that's a big bug too. Coming around the corner. And there's a view of the pasture, view of everything from the top corner. And now we're headed west. And you can see the farm in the barn in the distance. Walk through a spider web, that happens a lot. Come into the driveway. And over here's our arena. And it looks like Chris is out mowing on the zero-turn mower. Way in the distance. And I'll just walk the rest of the way to the house. And you can see him a little better now, or maybe not. And it's been a while since we've used these jumps. Our jumping horse is the one who died, so haven't used the jumps, but we can't bear to take them down because they're just so pretty. So we leave them up. such a pretty view of the pond. I usually stare at that as I come down the driveway. And the far pastures. And the fountain that keeps, it's not just for show, it's to keep the algae and creepy crawly things down. So that fountain has a very important purpose. And coming up to the house. And a really bright and warm December day. It started pretty cold, but I think we're in the high 60s now. Really beautiful day. Still very green down here. There's Lily. All right, here's the car and the garage and the end of the road. Well, hope you enjoyed that pop. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.